Hey everybody, and welcome back to episode
39
of the Heavyset Podcast. Today I'm with my good friend
Hanna, and
this has been a long time coming.
It really has. I've been trying to get on for a while, and it just hasn't
and it finally worked out. The stars finally aligned.
Yeah.
So let me ask you the first thing. You know what's funny is now that I've realized it, I kind of have to pee now. But I'm not. I know I can hold it. But so how nervous are you?
I'm pretty nervous. I'm not as shy as I used to be, but I'm still pretty shy. And so I'm like, especially this being on camera too. I'm like,
it's different. I mean, it's weird. I get nervous every time I do it. That's why I laugh nervously.
Yeah, but I mean, laughter is the best medicine.
Yeah, I mean, I laugh at anything. Good things, bad. That's how I cope. That's how I cope.
I gotcha.
But just do and practice some breathing exercises. Inhale twice through the mouth or the nose. Do you feel just releasing all that? I don't know.
I actually do feel a little bit.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
No, I do. I know. I try breathing exercises, especially if I'm like super anxious or if I know like I'm about to have a panic attack or something. I'm all about just breathe.
I'm the same way. I hate going in crowds full of just people, like just where there's just you can't move without touching people, and sometimes I'll just be in there like
you're like, this is too much.
And then people are looking at me like, what in the hell? I'm over there, I'm starting to sweat. I'm over there looking at me.
I can't be around you. I'm ready to go.
So Hannah, it's good to have you on.
I'm glad to be on.
We're here. We're working it out.
Yes.
I got a little surprise for you.
Oh gosh. Okay. A surprise from Chris is a definite surprise.
Exactly, because you never know. You never know what I'm going to bring to the table. I was up. I couldn't sleep last night, so I was up late. Which you remember me? I sent you a text.
You sent me a text that said, "I love cakes and pie," or no, cheesecakes and cakes, or something like that.
Because I was wanting to have a cheesecake, which means you had some cheesecake here a few days ago.
I bought a cheesecake last weekend, and we ate some.
It was so good.
It was dank.
Because I'm a big cheesecake. I know you are too. I listen. You know me.
Yeah.
You can tell I love everything.
I'm pretty picky, but when it comes to desserts, if it's not, I'm not a big pie fan, but like cheesecake, if it's got a graham cracker crust, I'm all over it.
Yeah, and a baked cheesecake too.
Oh.
It's with the crust on there.
Drew one time made a baked cheesecake, and I swear it was like the best cheesecake I've ever had.
Golly, it's baked cheesecake it's different. It's legendary. I like the other kind of cheese. I like the no bake ones.
Oh
too.
Yeah, you can buy like a tub of the Philadelphia cream cheese, like cheesecake batter in a tub, and you could just like eat it out of the tub.
Yeah, I've never encountered a bad cheesecake.
No,
But I was up late last night.
Okay.
Couldn't sleep as usual.
Okay.
And I was getting a little weird. I was like, I'm going to try something.
Okay.
So
what did you try? What is that? What is that? Oh, you knocked down.
We
the Black
can
Ranger.
just we might have to move all this crap anyway.
Oh shit.
Okay, well, hold on.
Ooh, it's cake.
Now listen. It may not look like the most appetizing cake.
Cake with sweetened condensed milk on it?
Well, I'll tell you in a minute.
Oh.
This is called Chrissy Poo's Ultimate Goo Cake. And don't worry, despite the way it looks, it was made with clean and gentle hands.
Let's see. I mean, it looks good.
It looks weird. I haven't stored in that bag.
Looks good.
Okay.
Need a good cup of coffee with it. That'll make it 10 times. That'll make it like over the edge. It's already like delicious.
What I liked about it was I got the cake kind of crunchy on the edges, more so because the edges are going to crisp up. But I got a lot of secret ingredients in that.
I mean, I can taste like sweetened condensed milk.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I tell you the rest, I might have to kill you.
I don't know what else I can taste. Maybe powdered sugar? I don't know.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. All this is devil food cake mix. I ran out of icing. All I had was sweetened condensed milk, so I just covered it up.
Hey, no, see? That is the best cake to me. A chocolate cake, I don't even have to have icing. Poke some holes in it when it's still hot. Pour some sweetened condensed milk over top. Maybe put some Cool Whip on top of that. perfect. That's perfect.
I agree. So on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give Chrissy Poo's ultimate goo cake?
I give it a 9.5.
A 9.5
Out
of 100.
Out of 100, out of 10. Okay, I'm gonna take this back so I don't eat it all. I'll eat it later.
I just want people to see. Look at how appetizing this looks. This looks.
But I know you and love you, Chris, and so I will eat what you cook.
I appreciate that. Love you too. Love you too. Anyway, we can get this out of the way. Yeah, I thought about that. I was like, that'll be pretty funny to sit there and make her try this. It's actually, I think that's
that was a good surprise.
I think that's the first time I've ever actually made something and put it on there.
Yeah, because y'all are usually only like trying like Doritos or Kit Kats or stuff like that.
Generic stuff that companies release.
Put out.
So, Hannah,
okay,
reason why we're such good friends is because we are lovers of all things spooky.
Yes.
And we were also, for a year we were roommates.
It was more than a year. Like in 2 different houses we were. Yeah. Roommates.
I would say probably altogether we lived together for 5 years.
At least, yeah.
Something like that.
At least.
So we had all, kind of grew up together in a way. But one of the things, we all love weird and spooky stuff. One of the things that I love doing, and I still do, because I'm weird and I just like the weird stuff, is that we used to have everybody in the house. We would turn off all the lights and just lay in there and just tell weird, creepy stories or talk about just weird, spooky things. Yeah. But and I still like to do that. I haven't changed much.
It's kind of a rush, I guess, to like be scared. Like I like roller coasters and things like that, but I don't know. There's nothing like just like being scared. I don't know. It's a rush. Like
that's my thing. Like it is a rush. I like being.
It's so intriguing to me.
Exactly. I like being creeped out. The thing about it is I've had weird, if you want to say supernatural things happen in my life, like weird feelings, seen weird things, and and that's what's always attracted me to, if you want the paranormal or spooky stuff, because I'm like maybe trying to make sense of all of it, I just like it. It's weird.
I do too. It's just because it's the unknown, and you're curious about the unknown. That's like, I love like Bigfoot. I think Bigfoot's real. Like, and aliens, which, I mean, there's a lot of stuff about aliens right now, but the universe is how big. There has to be life out there. I mean, that's just my opinion on it. So,
and the alien thing's really popping off right now.
It really is.
Like
because that whistleblower or whatever.
All these disclosure conferences, all this stuff. And I don't know.
It kind of makes you not want to believe in aliens.
Yeah, I mean,
because the government's like, they're real.
That's my problem. I don't trust stuff. I don't trust it. So it's like, even if I've seen it, I would have.
You would be like,
I don't know.
It's like that part of your brain that's trying to rationalize everything. Like, so.
And then, which you could say, I don't like to say that I believe, which I guess I do believe in ghosts. I don't like to say that because people always like, but I just believe in that there's something that's unexplained.
Yes.
And it fascinates me.
Whether it be ghosts or demons.
Exactly,
So, I mean.
And that's it's more scary, because I'll be honest with you, I'm so desensitized, for me to get scared, I have to be really spooked.
Oh yeah.
But the things that scare me are the demonic things.
Yes, the demonic and the devil worship type things, that really scares me.
Oh yeah, it freaks me out.
I don't know. That's even with scary movies. If it's just a slasher flick, I mean, it's got jump scares and stuff. They're fun to watch. But the ones that really get to me are the ones that have deep seated satanic rituals and stuff that's really scary to me. And The Conjuring, those are some of my favorite movies because they're very
it's more I don't know if you want to say realistic, it hits closer to home.
Yeah, and they're they're based on true stories. I mean, I've heard that Ed and Lorraine Warren, they're the 2 biggest
demonologists.
Yeah. And I've heard that they were a crock of crap, but I mean, it's still entertaining, I guess.
Yeah, it's all entertaining. And have you ever seen or watched any exorcism videos?
I don't think I have. I mean, I've seen The Exorcism and The Exorcism of Emily Rose, the movies, but I mean, that's not really
some of the
same thing.
And whether these little exorcism videos that I've watched I've got one to show you that's really creepy. I'll show it to you later. It's actually at the, do you ever heard of the Bobby Mackey?
Yes. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yes.
You smash glass and everything. Yeah, I've heard about it. You're snowing cups. Hell yeah, I know about it.
Yes, that place is very haunted. And I've seen it on, I don't remember what, ghost show. And it could have been Ghost Adventures. Mm-hmm. But it was back before they were, super corny, you know.
It was Ghost Go ahead.
And they went there, that place. And it was they showed the video of the guy. And he was like, it's me.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was creepy.
And here's the thing with ghost shows. As growing up as a kid, Ghost Hunters, fell in love with that show.
Yes.
And then I found Ghost Adventures. But for me at the time when I was a teenager or whatever, I loved Ghost Adventures because I felt like it was more edgy.
Yeah.
And
now it's just kind of cringy.
This is my deal. I've got them recorded.
Yeah.
And I try to go watch them, but I can't
Zach
get
Bagans
into it.
is too much now.
I feel like he's ruined it.
He has.
And
that one guy left and has I don't know if he's got a lawsuit or something against him, but
there was another. I say a kid. He's a man, a younger guy, and he worked with Zach Bagans and the Ghost Adventures crew. Things help with doing the camera stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, he branched off and did his own thing. Which, here's in my opinion, if you're Zach Bagans, you could say he's on top of the ghost world.
Yeah.
If you want to put it like that. And I feel like he has this big jealousy problem. And when all these people want to branch off to do their own thing.
Yeah, he's I'm the star.
He
Nobody
shuts
else
it all
can
down.
be the star.
That's the thing is, I'm not the type of person I'm not the type of person who would want to sit on top of the mountaintop.
Exactly.
Let's smash. Everybody can eat.
Yes, you want everybody to be successful.
Yeah,
that's. And he has a haunted house thing in Vegas that you can go through. I cannot think of what it's called, but you have to sign. You can't record anything in there, take pictures, nothing. But it's supposed to be having all this haunted stuff in there, and I mean. I would like to do that, even though I'm not the biggest fan of him. I think that would be neat to do. But
I would love to get. He has a lot of famous
serial
killers.
He's got the Dybbuk box and stuff in there. Yeah,
I don't think I could. Well, we're going to get into some stories here of why I've been curious about getting the Dybbuk box or Dybbuk box, whatever that's called. Yeah. I have been so curious about ordering one of those.
Oh God, please don't.
But I can't. Here's the thing: is I've messed with too much evil in my life to where I can't have that. I'm too old to be, you know, having ghosts. So we'll get into some stories, and a good story to get into would be the time that we played. Well, actually, I don't know if you played.
I was not out there. I was in the house.
Me and a group of people, because we all lived together. It was kind of like the central house that everybody would come hang out at. Mm-hmm. And me and a few people went and we got our hands on a Ouija board. I've never played with one because
That's one thing about me. I don't mess with the Ouija board because I know something bad's going to happen. Even if it's not real, I still don't want to chance it. So that's just me. I love scary stuff, but I don't mess with no Ouija boards.
For me, it's kind of like, the curiosity is always what killed the cat. When I don't do stuff like this now because I know better and learn the hard way, but I was so back in those days, I was so curious and is it real? What am I messing with here? Yeah. And I was like, even if it's bad, I'll take all this on. I don't care. We'll deal with it. So we go out there, we get the Ouija board, and I've always been against Ouija boards. Said I would never play with one because, the way I was brought up, I was just told not to stay away from that stuff. I swear they used
to talk. We went to church together when we were younger.
Yes.
And I swear they had talked about Ouija boards. And they were in the demonic. In
the church we went to, that was you just don't mess around with stuff like that. Yeah. Because I feel like when you do,
it's like you open up something.
Exactly. You open doors in life. Yeah. And open up to things that you don't really comprehend, things you don't understand. And so it's kind of one of those deals. It's like,
I'm not equipped for that.
yeah, like what are you really exposing yourself? You're exposing yourself to things you don't understand.
Yes.
Whether you believe in that or not, I believe it. And then those doors can get harder and harder to shut the more you open.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, so we got the Ouija board. We all went out to that shed outside the house, and then
goat house.
Yeah, the goat house that we called it.
Shout out Dylan.
Shout out to Dylan. We know you're watching. And we all started playing with it, and during the time, nothing honestly creepy happened. We felt like it moved on its own.
Yeah.
But you don't, your mind plays games with you. So you don't like, did it really move on its own, or were we pushing
something to happen
it? Yeah,
sometimes.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I tried not to none of us tried to get caught up in it. And then we were like, we should burn it, because we heard if you burn it, that you can see these little lightning spirits come up out of it. We were like, let's see if we can see them.
But wasn't it like, it wasn't y'all's board?
Yeah, it wasn't
somebody
ours.
else's. You're not
it.
supposed to get rid of it if it's not your board. So
maybe that's the problem. And it wouldn't burn. It would not burn forever. We were like, what does this mean? Then we finally got it to. It took forever. So then we didn't think much of it. We're dumb kids. It is what it is, whatever. We moved on. Then I started noticing something. I'm up, it's like, and it's always, I'm up all hours of the night, still am. But I was getting something to drink in the kitchen, and I can hear like pow, 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 pow out in the shed. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Then I look out there, I'm like, I don't see anybody out there. Well, then eventually, and I stopped hearing it, but I was like, I worked up the courage to go out and look, and nobody was out there.
Yeah.
So I kept this to myself, didn't say anything. Then we had some friends stay over. Then one of our friends came to me and said, hey, around like 3 o'clock in the morning, which apparently is the witching hour.
Yeah.
I've been hearing banging out in the shed, but I'm too afraid to go look. I was like, okay, I've been hearing it too.
And those doors were so big and wide that they could not physically go bang, 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 like back, back, back. Like it would be bang, bang, bang. And so that was weird.
Did you ever hear this?
I never heard it, but it wasn't long after that. I had come home, I think, like after work one day, and it was when Alex was living with us, and his car was sitting outside, and like all the doors were open, and like the back hatch was open, and I was like, Alex, why did you leave all that stuff open? He was like, I didn't, and it was sitting right in front of the shed, yeah. So
I forgot about that.
Unless he was lying to me, but I don't know.
Maybe, who knows? Maybe he was goofing. I don't know.
It was
we
weird.
did goof on each other, but maybe it happened.
It was weird, yeah.
But for me, what freaked me out most about that was, I don't know what had happened, but I was the only person in the house that night. And I think also this night I had some weird things. I've talked about this on one of the old Halloween shows with my brothers. I had some weird things going on with my vehicle. Like it was just like going off crazy. My windshield wipers weren't shutting off. And
was it when you had the silver van?
Yeah, the silver van.
Yeah, okay, I remember that.
And I was like, and not that I related it to anything paranormal, but I was like, it was odd. I was like, maybe it's just some electrical problems. But then I go back to the house that night after I leave my brother. And I'm sitting there, and the power goes out. The power just goes, I'm by myself in my bedroom, and then it's just quiet. And then I remember this to this day, and it freaks me out. I could hear the shed out there start going crazy, like sound like somebody with a hammer in there, pow, 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 pow. And then I say this to people, and people think I'm exaggerating, but I almost could hear like these low vibrational growls or something. Like around the house, and I freaked out and ran. I went and my brother was staying at my parents' house. He was down here visiting, and it was late. It was like 2 a.m. maybe. So I go knock on the door. Ryan's like answering. He's like, "What the heck's going on?" I'm like, I think I'm being haunted. Something's going on. I was like, I messed with something bad. I was like, Ryan, I'm messing with forces that you don't understand.
Oh my gosh.
And then I ended up having so I stayed the night over there. I didn't go back for a little while.
There was a time, this was back years ago, my friend Ben lived in Arkadelphia. He went to college up there. And so I went to see him one weekend, and he was playing with this. It used to be a website. It was like, Peter, please answer. And you would like type in like a question, and then it would give you the answer. And it was like freaking me out. But there was like a thing to it of like you would type out the question, but then the person would know what the answer was, and they would type out the answer, but it would come out like, Peter, please answer this question. And so it was like a trick to get you.
Yeah.
But after that, he brought like out a Ouija board and was trying to play with it. Well, he ended up moving out. And one night before that, though, he got scared with a Ouija board, and he stuck in the oven, and he forgot about it. And so I'm sure the next person that moved in will be like, why the heck is there a Ouija board in the oven?
I would have a lot of questions. I'd be praying through that house. I'd be like, what happened in here?
The Ouija board in the oven.
That is so bizarre. Yeah. There's pentagrams on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like, what in the hell?
Ouija board in the oven.
There's some forces of evil in this house. That is funny. Can you think about like a singular time or any time where you have been just terrified?
Like really scared? That time that we went down to Potts Cemetery. Me and Chris. Okay, there's a cemetery in Derrick's that's like, it's an old cemetery. It's down a tiny little dirt road. There's like nobody being buried there anymore. There's like a freaking mausoleum up in it, like somebody buried above ground, you know. And so we go down there. We download this app. It's supposed to be like a spirit box app. And so we go down there, and this cemetery, there are steps that go over the gate. You're not supposed to open the gate because it'll let the spirits out. That's what I've always been told. And so you go over the steps to get into it. But really, it was like for stagecoaches, so they could pull up and the women could get off. But anyway, me and Chris go out there armed with this app, and it starts making like noises. And we freak out. We start running back to the car.
Well, here was my version of this, because I had got this stupid app on my phone, and we were just riding around one night. We're like, hey, let's go to Potts. Because like you said, you know, you're supposed to, if you're supposed to go over the steps,
not the fence.
Because if you don't, you'll have bad luck.
Yeah, the spirits will get
I went out there with somebody one time, a friend of mine, and I remember I went over the steps, and no, I didn't go. I went through the gate, and I was having like a lot of bad stuff happen. Then I went back. I swear to God, I went back by myself one night and just went right back just in case. I was like, I'm not going to leave anything to chance here, because I'm way too superstitious. And then this person made fun of me so much after I told them about it, do you really believe in that? I'm like, I don't want to take a risk.
Exactly.
I've had too much stuff go down.
Yeah.
And I need to quit messing with stuff. But anyway, so I get this app. We go out to Potts, and Hannah, we're in this cemetery walking around, and like this little thing's beeping, and it starts beeping like beep, 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 beep. And I'm like, Hannah, we're on to something. Then this thing makes this like noise.
Yeah, it was a creepy noise. It was a creepy noise.
And I look at my phone, my hand, we found like something's happening. Did you just hear that? I look, you're already almost to the car, left me, didn't say a word.
I was getting out of there.
I was like, Hannah, where the hell did you go, Hannah? And
I was getting out of there.
So then I, like, once I seen that you'd ran off and left me, I started freaking out because this thing kept on growling. I was like, Hannah, I'm hearing growls out here.
The only thing that made us feel better was when we got back into town, we went to the Total and sat out there and turned it on, and then we heard it again.
Yeah, that was
we
technically,
were like, all right.
that was debunked because we realized the app did that.
I mean, it made us feel better.
Oh, yeah. I didn't feel like getting left out there.
I wasn't going to leave you. I was just getting in the car. I was, I
remember I had my phone light stumbling, trying to find my way back. I was trying not to trip and break my leg over something out there. That's probably, I've camped outside that cemetery when I was a kid in high school
Yeah.
with some friends of mine. That's a creepy.
It's a creepy place. It is a creepy place.
It's a spooky cemetery. And I guess things are probably what you make it. I mean, because you don't have to, but it's spooky looking. And I don't believe anybody else has ever been buried out there in years, have they?
It's been a very, very long time, I think.
They're the cemetery, the one, which I don't even say, well, I don't even know what the name of it is, but it's the one going that was kind of abandoned right past Timberland on the left for a school project for the sake of being
it was like
politically correct. We might not need to say the name of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But
this is like really grown up.
yeah, and for a school project, we heard it was out here. So I remember I talked to like some Howard County historian person, and she told me where she thought it was at. And we went and found it.
Yeah,
and we had kind of redone it, cleaned it up for the class project anyway. But there was some weird stuff out there. Like we took pictures out there one night, and there would be these weird
like orb
looking things, and you could say maybe it's dirt, but we showed it to like a couple of photo people back in this time, and this person claimed it wasn't dirt. She's like, that's a little odd and a little strange, but are we just making something?
I feel like if it was dirt, it would have been on every single picture.
Exactly.
So.
And then again, are we making something more than what it is? Maybe, but we were also kids, so we were wanting to believe.
Yeah.
But I haven't been out there. I haven't been out to Potts.
It's been, I don't know if I've taken Tyler out to Potts before.
Maybe we didn't go one. I felt like we did go. Maybe we did.
Maybe we did. I can't remember. It's been a while. That was like pre-kid. So.
For Halloween.
Halloween.
How do you feel?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll do a podcast from there. Just like quick little. That would be interesting. And it may be.
It may have to be like on the phone. Like,
possibly.
So.
Yeah. We'll work that out. We'll try it out. Wait till October comes.
I mean, you've had a haircut in Potts Cemetery. One night, we went out to Potts. It was like me, Chris, Philip, and Sarah. And we went out and gave Chris a haircut at Potts Cemetery.
People, now I don't... Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Heavyset Podcast. At the time, we didn't
live that far from Potts.
And that's how weird we are.
We're weird. We're weird people. And hey, I'm weird and proud. So
yeah, I am too. I'm proud of it. Who gets their cemetery cut or their cemetery cut? Who gets their hair cut in a cemetery? It was a memory. It's a memory. It was a memorable time.
That's
what I tell people. People think that Chris is weird, all this stuff. I'm like, no, I'm making memories.
Yes, exactly.
I'm making good. I'm doing stuff where I can look back and laugh on because I don't care. Everybody cares about what people think to a point. Yes, but I'm like, nah, let's go have fun, whatever the hell it is.
I'm going to do me.
Exactly. Because I don't judge people. Do whatever. Get your hair, go out. Don't get caught doing this, but go out to a cemetery and get your hair cut.
I mean, there's worse things. You could be doing drugs out there. We weren't. We were cutting hair.
That's the thing. If a cop pulled up on us.
Like, we're cutting hair. It's a beauty shop.
But don't you know that, there's no way that they believe that. You guys ain't out here doing the sniffy jiffy?
Yeah. Like, y'all ain't got meth on y'all? Like, no, we're just cutting hair.
We got some clippers, brother. You join the line, we'll cut your hair next. They're free.
That's right.
Good memories. Those are good. Good times.
Yeah, it was good times.
So, should we have any? I'm trying to think of any more spookiness, any more things that or any stories in general.
I'm trying to think.
Nothing like a little bit of dead air on the podcast.
I know. I'm trying to think of weird things that have happened.
Remember, I would eat some of your food in the kitchen, and I'd be like, maybe a ghost got it. We did play with a Ouija board. This dirt cake may have disappeared from a ghost.
Oh, Lord. I don't know. You remember when we went out one night, like me and you were riding in the back of the truck. We went out to the Mount Carmel Cemetery.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
That cemetery, it's like, okay, from the road to it, there's like nothing in between. It's just like abandoned houses, and then you get there and like, bam, here's the cemetery.
Yeah, it just pops up on.
And like people are still, I think, buried there. But
yeah,
it's
I'm pretty sure there's still.
I don't know. There was just a creepiness to it. Like
that place does have a little kind of a weird vibe. Like
it's just out in the middle of nowhere. Honestly,
the last 2 times I had went out there,
not judging or anything.
Rye Buns, I see that you're calling me. I'm gonna call you whenever we get this done. Love you, brother. We used to go out there occasionally, but the last 2 times I went out there, I had a flat tire, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not going back here."
Nope.
Not saying it was paranormal related. It could have been just a place I was driving over, but I was like, I ain't taking a chance. But can we tell? This is not spooky. Well, I guess it could be scary. Can we tell the story about the time where we were going to make those, or where you had made those Jello shots?
Which one? What?
It was a long time ago where instead of water, you just substituted it with more booze. Do you remember that?
Vaguely. I vaguely remember that. They didn't set up because I only did alcohol.
Yeah, I know it's supposed to put water. I was like,
it was the first time.
I remember thinking, well, we'll probably get I know what your thought process was.
It was just like slush.
Yeah, we'll get probably more bang for our buck here if we just do double. I remember like, man, these smell like rubbing alcohol. Like they're green.
It's 2 in 1.
I remember just tasting one and being like, woof.
It's like no water in this at all.
Oh, that's a good memory. Me getting the first time I ever got glasses was also a good memory.
That was. Oh my God. I can't believe I used to ride around with you without your glasses.
Here's the thing. I'm blind as a bat without these. And I need to get these upgraded. It's been a while. It's been probably 3 or 4 years.
It's been like 4 or 5 years.
That long?
Yeah.
Golly. Because I remember driving around. I knew I couldn't see well. And especially at nighttime, because I would be squinting. And that's why I'm so used to squinting. I still do it today. Like I squint all the time.
Yeah, because you need your eyes checked.
Yeah, I do. I need to go back. And I remember telling you, I was like, because I got to a point to where even in the daytime, like I can't see where I'm going hardly.
I was like, Chris, you've got to make an eye appointment. And so I take him to, I think it was like Vision for Less in Texarkana. Yeah. And of course they're like, yeah, you need glasses. And so, you have to wait the hour to get him or whatever. We come back, he puts them on. He was like, I feel like it's a whole new life.
I couldn't believe it. It was like going, I think I remember saying this to you. It was like going from standard definition to HD.
Yeah. Like in a blink of an eye. You can see things now.
Because when I put him on to walk out, I almost fell down because I just was so.
Yeah, you're so used to not seeing.
And it was a completely different world. I was shocked.
Welcome to our world.
I know. I was like, man, there's look at all these colors out here. Like,
there's definition.
You know those blind. You see those people with I don't know what disease they have or some eye disease, a degenerative thing, and they put on those little color glasses and they see.
Oh, that's like when you're colorblind.
Yeah, and it's like really emotional. Yeah, being colorblind. Yeah, that's the way it was. I was like, whoa,
I can see.
This is what grass looks like.
Yeah, individual blades.
Oh, remember the vacuum that you got?
Which vacuum?
The vacuum that from the vacuum salesman.
I was duped. I felt bad. It was like a Kirby vacuum, and they come knocking on the door, and I can't say no. Like I'm the type of person I cannot say no. And so he was like giving me some sob story that he needed to sell his vacuum. And so I bought it, but then like a few days later, I was like, y'all need to come get this. I can't afford this $1,000 vacuum.
That was, I remember thinking, because I'm the same way. I don't like telling people no, because especially when they give you the sob story, you're like, I can't. Come on, buddy, I'll buy this $1,000 vacuum.
I don't know. My heart, I'm too soft.
How were they whenever? I remember thinking like, Hannah, please don't get this vacuum. Like, please, even though you're the only one in this house vacuuming and cleaning, I was like, we don't need this vacuum. But what did he ever say? Did you ever talk to him when he come back?
No, I don't think I did. I think I just like set it outside and they came and got it.
That's like, what I just would have locked the doors. I'm not home.
I didn't. I mean, I never paid anything for it. So. Go get it.
we've all done stuff like that. Oh goodness, Hannah. Mm-hmm. Any more you can think of?
Not of stories like that.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
We love scary movies.
Yes.
Big fans of them. What are some of your favorite scary movies?
I have a lot of favorite scary movies. Or like, I really enjoy scary movies. Some of my favorites are The Conjuring. I really like the Conjuring series.
Those are good.
And I like, I really like Candyman. I like the original Candyman.
Really?
And I do like the new Candyman.
You know, I've never seen the originals. I did
really
watch
good.
the remake
Yeah.
or the whatever with the reboot.
The one with Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought it was okay. I wasn't crazy about it, but I thought it was okay.
I really like the original. I liked it too, though.
Yeah.
But let's see what else. What was that one? Shoot.
It.
Oh yeah, of course I love it.
It's great. It's
it's
iconic.
I love the original miniseries because I love Tim Curry, and the movies. I really like the movies too.
I'll tell you ones while you're thinking. Go ahead and think. I'll jaw about some. Tell you the ones I really like now, and maybe they're not horror films, but they're suspenseful.
Yeah.
Or the Jordan Peele movies.
I do love him.
And
Get Out. Oh,
Get
so
Out's
good.
great.
So
I
good.
actually really liked Us.
See, I watched that, but I don't know if I was just like half asleep or something. I really need to rewatch it.
People, I understand why the majority of people I know do not like it. I've recommended it but I like those M. Night Shyamalan films,
Yes.
like that type of weird
Yes.
stuff. And I'm not saying that they're the greatest movies of all time.
No, but they're enjoyable. I like them.
For a person who likes suspenseful, weird things, I got really into it. I like Get Out. Us was great. Even the last one they put out.
Nope. It was good. Yeah. It was different.
It was different.
That scene with the monkey.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was rough.
I don't mess with no monkeys no more.
Yeah, that monkey scared me.
That was scary. That was scary.
About these women or that woman who owned that chimpanzee and it just freaked out. Of course, I think she gave it Xanax.
They're
something.
Unpredictable though.
Yeah,
people they're too much like humans.
Yeah, they're strong. People who own monkeys, tigers, all that stuff, and keep it in their house or whatever.
They got problems.
You're not going to catch me doing that.
Can I go to the bathroom?
You can go to the bathroom.
Okay, sorry. I gotta
We're just going to leave it. It's just going to be me in here. So while she's gone, we'll try some more Chrissy Poo's. What did I call it? Chrissy Poo's ultimate goo cake. And why couldn't, like, people that know me and they see this bag, like, that's Chris right there. I couldn't just leave it in the pan. I had to be weird and put it in a Ziploc baggie. But that's me. This is my life. It's pretty good. And the funny thing about it is, act like I did all this special stuff to it. I didn't. I'm full of it. I didn't do anything special. But I am a big fan of devil food cake. Don't like the devil himself, but I love his cake. Yeah, I was just trying to fill his dead air. So how do you feel? Some of my favorite horror movies, the ones that I really like are the original Evil Deads.
Okay, I've not seen the original Evil Deads. I've seen the one. It came out like a few years ago. It's probably been 10 years.
The remake.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was the Evil Dead remake. I saw that one. And then Tyler and I Tyler, my husband, we actually went to the movies and seen, was it Evil Dead Rise, the new one?
Yeah.
It wasn't that scary. It was very gory. And see, I'm not a huge fan of gore. Like the Saw movies,
I hate the Saw movies.
I've seen like the first 3, but they're just so gory, and I can't handle blood, and so like they're good movies, but they're just too gory. And the Evil Dead Rise, I wasn't a huge fan of it.
I didn't like it either.
It wasn't.
I'm a fan of the originals, Evil Dead 1 and 2, and the Army of Darkness, because I like Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell had that comedic timing and that presence.
Because they're like a little bit funny too.
Yeah, and that's why I liked it, because it was like, I think at the time, one of the cheapest films ever made that grossed the most amount of money.
Yeah.
Or however you say that. Like, for me, the cheapness of it, and probably the fact that I watched it when I fell in love with it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love that. And I don't like gory stuff either, but that was it's almost like a comedic gory.
Yeah.
And it's also creepy. I mean, it scared me.
That's kind of like, was it Drag Me to Hell? It's kind of funny too. It's got some comedic stuff into it, which.
And that's made by the same people, I think. I think I might be wrong about that.
It could be.
I think it's made by the same people that done Evil Dead.
Yeah, and it could be.
And that movie had creepy moments. The Drag Me to Hell.
Oh yeah, but it did have some corny moments too, and so I was kind of on the fence. I haven't seen it in a very long time, but I mean, I do love Justin Long, and he's in that. So. And
The Strangers.
The Strangers is one of the best movies. Like it's so creepy and so like I'm telling you. It took a long time for me to watch The Strangers because every time I tried to watch it, there was some circumstance that stopped me from watching it. I think the first time was like the DVD wouldn't play. And then the second time, like somebody was like, no, I don't want to watch this. And so we turned it off. And then like I finally got to watch it and I was like, this is creepy.
Oh, man.
Is Tamra here?
Oh, for me, movies like, because that's based off a true story, and things that could actually happen to you.
That can happen to you.
Freak me out. And I remember watching, I was by myself, had all the lights off in the house, and I was like, this is seriously freaking me out right now. And I couldn't. So I was like, if I hear a knock at the door, I'm going to freak the hell out. But, and I feel like I've been John so much. But one of my favorite scary movie, or you could say suspenseful movie of all time that I still go back to. I watched this about a month or two ago. Is Signs.
That is a good movie. I do love that movie.
And it's it's aged, of course. Hell, it was made in like 2000.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
3 or whatever.
That part where like the alien walks by this door.
And that kid's birthday party.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's
iconic.
Yeah, it's a very iconic scene. And I'd love that movie, just the creepiness of it. Like they're in the cornfields, they're walking, they're they're like the alien, like you can see like the leg walk across, and it's just
when they stick the knife under the door, and they can like see. Yeah,
it's so suspenseful. Yeah. I also loved that movie. It tells a good story, and the guys were Mel Gibson's character. He's like his wife passed away in a car accident, and he's like.
And Joaquin Phoenix.
Is in there playing. There's so many good actors.
Swing Away. Was it Swing Away, Meryl?
Yeah, and she was having like, is it memories of her accident, her dying?
Yes.
And it was replaying throughout the movie. And he was thinking about it.
Was she like trapped against a tree or something?
Exactly.
Like that?
And the way all that came together, and like
M. Night Shyamalan makes some good movies.
Yeah, and people can't stand this stuff, but I like it.
Like The Village, that's a good one too, because that twist, I was like, at the end,
When I first watched The Village, I didn't like it, but then I just waited a while, then I watched it again, then the second time around, of course you already know the twist that's coming.
Yeah.
But I really liked it, and that's still, I don't like it as much as I do Signs, but it's still one of my favorites.
A movie, if you haven't seen it, you need to watch, is The Witch.
I've seen that movie.
It's really good. Oh my God.
That movie.
The goat talking. Oh my gosh.
That movie kind of bothered me in some ways.
It was freaky. That movie was freaky.
It's one of those ones I told myself I'll probably never watch this again.
It was good.
just like a creepy movie that I don't like, The Butterfly Effect. I remember
you talking about that on the last podcast, I think.
I don't think I've ever actually finished that.
I've seen it like one
I may have gotten close to it.
Yeah.
But I've watched it once, and that movie, because things have an effect on me. Like, I take things in, I sit on it, and things just bother you, affect your psyche, and that movie just made me feel bad. I thought, I'm never watching this again.
I feel you.
But
yeah, it's a weird movie. It's because it's like everything you do has an effect.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess that's true in life.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not going to be doing the things those people did in that movie. Oh. You got any more?
Let's see. Scary movies. Now, these aren't really scary movies, but I do like scary little like shorts on YouTube.
Yeah,
like Alter, and there was another one.
The Box.
Yeah, The Box. That's from Alter. That one was weird.
I've showed quite a few people that one.
Yeah.
Which we used to send some to each other quite a bit back in the day, but I can't even remember the ones. Do you remember the one where I can't remember what it's called. I just found this the other day, but I can't remember the name. But this husband and wife are laying in bed. That's like what you see.
Yeah.
And I think it's her phone rings, and it's her husband saying, Hey, honey, I'm going to be coming in late tonight. Don't wait up for me. And she's like, okay, like take your time. But she knows he's laying next to her.
Yes, she reaches over.
And she goes over to reach, and that little demon's laying in bed with her.
Yes, I've seen that one. Yeah, that one's
that's creepy.
One too. Yeah.
The Box is good. If anybody's watching this, go look The Box horror short on YouTube. It's pretty good. It's just it's a good concept. That thing just like, because it comes out of the box.
Can't take your eyes off of it.
Yeah, if you take your eyes off of it, it's going to come and get you. But I'm trying to think. It Follows.
See, I've never seen that one.
You've never seen It
Follows?
Seen that it's pretty good. I like it.
I've seen Teeth.
I've seen Teeth, but I can't hardly remember of it. But Teeth.
The premise of that is different. It's like when she sleeps with somebody, like she has teeth.
Like her vag has teeth.
Yes, her vag. And
we'll just go ahead and say it.
Yeah. And so she if they're like trying to rape her, I guess, essentially. Yeah. Like,
I guess that'd be a good tool.
I mean, hey. So, but yeah, that's a weird movie too.
And It Follows sort of not, I guess you can kind of say in the same vein. It was, I honestly can't even remember, but this girl, like, whoever this thing would come and chase you to kill you. So, but to pass it on, you have to have sex with somebody.
Yeah.
To sleep with somebody.
I think I've heard the premise of it. Yeah.
And so it's like about these people passing it around.
Yeah.
And it's really, I like the concept of it. It's pretty, I liked it. I need to rewatch it. It's been years.
I need to watch it. I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Hannah, how do you feel?
I feel good.
Did you feel did you enjoy? Did you have a good time doing this?
I did have a good time.
And you're always welcome to come back whenever. I just didn't know if we had any more to talk about, any more meat on this bone.
Let's see.
As you can tell, we wing it here.
We do. I don't know. Things that we can say on the air, not.
Yeah, probably a lot of things we can't talk about on here.
I can think of lots of stories, but they don't need to be retold.
None that are too flattering.
Yeah.
But so Hannah, I'll tell you what's your final message for the people out there? I always ask everybody to say this, so say whatever you want.
Be good, do good. Just be a good person. Be a good human. I mean, it doesn't cost anything to be nice. So
it's very true.
There's a lot of hate in the world, so I mean, why put more out there? So
try to treat people how you would want to be
treated.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, that's the way I like to live. I like to treat people how I want to be treated. So
yeah, I try to be the same way. I try to be.
So be good, do good.
And I'll tell you what, here's what I've got to say. If you remember this, she may doo-doo on your floor, but she ain't going to doo-doo on your heart. Do you remember
I never
that?
heard that one.
You don't remember that?
remember that.
I can't remember what show we used to watch together, but
I don't know.
what show was that? We need to watch that because we used to say that to each other a lot.
Did we?
Yeah, she made doo-doo on your floor, but what? I can't remember
see
what
if I
that
can Google
was.
it.
Is it a Robin Big thing?
It may be.
Was it they're talking about that horse or something?
Let's see.
I can't remember. This is me trying to think of all these quotes that I have no real recollection of.
I can't find anything.
I
bet it is a Robin.
I think it's a Robin
though.
Big
It has
thing.
to
If
be
I
a
can
Robin
find it, I'll
Big,
send it to you. As always, everybody, this is the Heavyset Podcast. I always forget to do this. Reach out to us at the Heavyset Podcast at gmail.com, or we can also join the Facebook group, the Heavyset Podcast. It's just one word, the Facebook group. Go subscribe to the Heavyset Podcast YouTube channel. Sit there,
Yes.
watch a few clips, vids, do whatever.
And TikTok.
Oh, and TikTok. Yeah, the
don't forget
Heavyset
about
Podcast TikTok. I just post some random clips in there, maybe for people to enjoy. And everybody go out today, this week. Go hug somebody, kiss them, tell them you love them. Send good vibes, send good energy to them. And that's about all I got.
Yeah.
I love you guys. Hannah, love you.
I love you.
And this has been the
Heavyset
Podcast.